Okay, hello, this is FHS, and I'm just would like to just say take 3 minutes just to let you know where I stand on this Daesh or ISIL or ISIS threat that's happening in Paris right now, and also Syria and Iraq. If you go to my blog page, FHS, just simply titled FHS on Facebook. You can read my blog, my latest blog on Syria and Iraq, and also I have pictures posted as well. But let me just take a couple of minutes here to also talk about Syria and Iraq right now. The president said that his strategy is working. I believe him. If you think about it, it is. If you're keeping up with foreign policy and world events and that sort of thing. And if you also think about this too, usually don't you degrade something militarily before you can destroy it. And that's exactly what he's doing. Case in point, we killed Mwazi. Remember the gentleman last summer who wore the mask and who beheaded to the whole world, beheaded the Western hostages in Syria? They tracked him down. They got him near Raqqa, Syria, just the other day. Well, actually, the day before the Paris terror attacks. But anyway, more to the point. I think, now this is me talking, but I think in order to defeat ISIS or ISIL or Daesh, Daesh meaning bigots who try to impose their will, but I think it's going to take ground troops. But I don't think the prevailing view of Britain, France, Russia is to introduce ground troops into Syria and Iraq. But obviously, we're going to need ground troops. Here is the crux. The crux is, here's the rub. We will not be able to pull out, go in there, defeat ISIS, and pull out, as Jeb Bush said. He's just as worse as his brother. Go in there, defeat ISIS, and pull out. Oh, God, give me a break. Lindsey Graham, we need 10,000 boots on the ground. Donald Trump, we'll bomb them. We'll bomb them. We'll bomb everything. Bomb the oil fields. We'll just bomb them. 2 or 3, 4 times. We'll triple. We'll double. We'll quadruple. We'll just bomb them. Bomb them. Bomb them. My God. If the Dems play this right, it should be a clean walk to the White House. But in terms of foreign policy, the way things are going, something could happen. But that could swing the election later in 2016. But we do know one thing, at least I hope we understand this, that I'm thinking, and most Americans are thinking, that we're safe. I think the CIA, Homeland Security, FBI, military intelligence, NASA, or the National Security Administration. I think departments like that are working around the clock to ensure that we don't have another 9/11, especially in light of the Paris terrorist attacks. And isn't it something that no one talks about what happened in that talks about what happened in Nigeria? That's still happening in Nigeria. I mean, the terrorist attacks there, Boko Haram, they just had a suicide bombing there today. But listen, getting back to Syria and Iraq, no question about it, we're going to need ground troops. But if we reintroduce ground troops, there's no exit strategy. The exit strategy will be to remain in Syria and Iraq for the foreseeable future. Nobody wants that. So we are then resolved to have airstrikes, surgical airstrikes, and drone strikes, and let the indigenous forces fight ISIS. Indigenous forces, I mean the Peshmerga, what's left of the Syrian freedom movement, what's left of the Iraqi army that's willing to fight to save their country, the Kurds. I mean, and so we're left to be the masters of the skies, but taking a back seat on the ground. But that's the way it goes. I do believe we are degrading ISIL. We are degrading them. They're taking out many of this ISIS leadership. But anyhow, I just want to say that in the end, ISIS can be defeated, but it will not be a quick victory. So with that, one last thing. Getting back to it won't be a quick victory. I think for the first time that we as Americans or people of the West, you could say of Europe and America, North and South America, Europe. Let me start over. I think for the first time, people of North and South America, even Africa, parts of Asia, North America, parts of Asia and especially Europe, it's time for us to come to the realization that we are in what many Jewish leaders have known for years and decades. We're in a 100 years war with the terrorists. We just may be into one. It's maybe time for us acknowledging that until we can actually just defeat them. It's going to take more than containment, I can tell you that. I know the president says he's containing them, but nobody quite probably believes that, because ISIS is the kind of group you just simply just don't contain. They're everywhere. Notice I said North America, South America, Europe, Africa, parts of Asia. We're in a 100 years war. We will not be able to defeat ISIS quickly. We are, a sense, back to not a Cold War status. This is a hot war between world terrorism and democracy-based countries throughout the world, or representative governments throughout the world. But anyway, this is just me sitting here thinking in my cyber tower. But anyway, goodbye for now, and may God shine his eyes on each and every one of you. And God bless America.